Wagwan, people. Hope you guys are all out there doing well. Woo! I know you guys are gonna say, dude, it has been a while since you've been on. I think the last time I was on was when I was live in the radio station, right? That's the last time I pretty much been on, but not really live like I've been from my own place, my own abode, as you guys can see. Um, anyhow, um, it's been a lot of stuff that's been going on, like a lot of stuff. And I don't want you guys to take that like I'm saying like a lot of stuff been going on like in a bad way. It's all been good. It's all been very positive. It's all been very productive, so to speak. And been really, really enjoying all the accomplishments and different things that's been going on. Some of those things and a lot of those things I'm not going to speak on because it's pretty much like some side personal business stuff dealing with some of the youth, some of the things they accomplish. A lot of award programs go to, a lot of them graduating from certain programs, yada yada peanut butter. But put it like this. I'm one of those type of people, even though I am on social media, I'm not one of those type of social media people that let everybody know every single facet of my life. I don't tell them everything I'm doing, every place I'm going to be, where I'm going to, why I'm going to it, etc. I just go and do it. And so I know that what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are all doing good out there. What's going on, Leah, Michael Brown, Mama Carol, Binary B, JQ? What's going on, sir? Humble, Dante, how you doing, my friend? But yeah, it's been a lot of stuff going on. So I just want to let y'all know that there's nothing wrong with me. Everything is okay. People, it's amazing. I mean, I look, I appreciate the concern. I mean, it is still amazing that people tend to wish, not to wish, people tend to think that the worst has happened when they don't see you on it for a while. You know, I get it. I get it. You just kind of thinking to yourself, like, oh man, like, I wonder what's going on. He hasn't posted in a while. Like, man, he's not, I still leave little nuggets behind by, if you follow me on Instagram, you definitely see that I post shorts or reels on Instagram. I'll post some shorts on YouTube, et cetera, et cetera. Just kind of throw little nuggets out there like, guys, I'm still doing my stuff. But again, I'm just not one of those people that actually give every avenue of my life out. I don't sit there and show vlogs and all that stuff. Like, oh, guys, I'm ready to go get me some chili cheese fry. I don't do that. So anyway, good to see you all in here too. Mama Carol, Joyce Decker said, bro, I think I am. Just to let you guys know, if y'all know anybody else that follows this channel that y'all cool with, let them know that I am live, because YouTube definitely is not notifying them that I am live right now. But I do plan on possibly opening up a panel tonight, so stay tuned for that. But of course, I got to get my stuff out before we open up the panel. So Johns, how you doing, sir? Darla Tidwell, how are you doing? Hope you guys are also doing well. Yeah, we also have a lot of other things that was going on in me job wise. We got some more contracts, and I'm proud of that. So things have been rolling on and doing really good. A lot of my kids that I've been mentoring, I mean, we have a 99.9% rate of kids that's doing really good, excelling in school. Some of them already getting ready. Some of them taking college courses already while they're in high school. Some of them getting ready to go off to college after this school year in a few months. It's just a lot of movement going on. I'm really thrilled and proud of my young men and women. I'm telling y'all, it's amazing. So some folks will say things like, man, you should show that. Well, no. And it's kind of weird. And the reason why I say this is because, for one, in Illinois, y'all might not think, but there's a lot of laws against posting minors, etc. Some of these people, mothers, don't want their business out there. And let's just keep it real. Some of these single mothers who kids that we mentor, they don't want their business out there. So I wouldn't, and they know that I got a lot of followers and I got a social media platform. If I show their kids, it just leaves space open for them kids to be attacked on the internet. Oh, you was on. Oh, so that's the only reason why you're doing. It's just so many variables to this. People will start to say things like, "Oh man, the reason why you're doing good because MRM mentoring you. MRM tells people on his channel that he whooped people. I bet you he whooped you too. They just don't want all that. Also, MRM been helping your mama. Oh, so your mama need that's what it does. It keeps them from all of that. What I would love to show y'all that, but these are the things that I do. This is how I protect them, because I look at a lot of these kids like they're my own. Do y'all see my sons on here? My sons are 21 and 19. If they wanted to start their own YouTube thing and do it, so be it. My son, by the way, He just turned 21 a few days ago. In 2 more weeks, my other one's going to be turning 19. Y'all have not once seen any video on here since I've been doing YouTube where y'all show me celebrating my son's birthday and showing everybody da 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 da. As a father, I protect mine. And as these kids who look to me as a father, I protect them as well and their families, because this thing can just go into different avenues, different variables can come in there. Their friends can be affected by it if they find. I mean, it's just so many things. The only people that know about it are the ones that actually see me when I show up there. And then folks are, oh, that's the dude that be on the internet. Da, da, da. You know, and then I don't try to be rude. I'll take pictures with some of them, but I'm not really what's the word I'm looking for? I don't care about doing that because I know that a lot of those young people in some of these cities that I go to, they don't have a big platform. So if they post it on their Instagram or something like that, nobody's gonna know the heck of who I am, nor they're gonna care, which is cool, right? So that's what I'm saying that for. So anyway, that's just giving you a little bit of different stuff that's been going on. It's been super busy and all that. And I am okay. There's nothing wrong. Everything is absolutely 100% great. Anytime, if you follow me for the remaining of your days and I'm on YouTube, if there's ever a time that you see that my page is still up and it's still running, but you don't see me being live as I usually am or anything like that, know that I got some business that I'm taking care of. But if you see something like, I'll let you guys know, like, guys, I can't post because YouTube gave me a strike. I'll let you guys all know that. So anyway, just want to throw that out there. And again, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all being in here and taking time out of your evening to come in here and hear me talk about this subject. So one of the other things that I've been busy with as well, which I'm going to talk to you guys about, which led me to open up this particular conversation, is I have been on a lot of panels. A lot of people have invited you to come onto their panels, and I get on there, I spread my thoughts, et cetera, on these panels. And the reason why you see the title tonight is because a lot of the panels that I've gone on, you know how it is where you learn how to comprehend things. A lot of panels that have gone on is regarding modern women, not getting married, having babies out of wedlock, men being simps, men not being husbands, men. The word they use is women not. A woman is not submitting. Oh no, the word I'm trying to phrase, because it makes me so. I'm trying to phrase it like they do, because it it just burns me up when I hear people say things like, I can't let my wife won't let, it's, oh my god, like it's on the tip of my tongue. Not letting my wife is not allowing herself to submit to me, or how can I get my wife to submit? And you know, they say things like, my wife is not letting me be the leader, or my wife is not letting me be the man, or my woman is not letting me be the leader, my woman is not letting me be the man. And I guess because of how I was engineered, I guess that's why I came up with this title, because the way that I'm engineered, I don't have to ask for my son's permission to be their father. I don't have to ask for my wife permission to be her husband. I don't have to ask my wife to submit. I don't have to ask my children to do things that I know as a father, the authority that I have over them. I don't have to ask my wife for anything that I know that I have authority over when it comes to her being my wife. Uh-oh. And this is what happened. When I come like this, I got a lot of pushback. I got men, oh no, see, that's different because your woman is already, no, no, no. As a man, no. I don't care who it is. It doesn't even have to be my wife. Any woman that was going to come and be a part of my kingdom, you going to submit. Now, before some of y'all get all crazy, before anybody get crazy, we're not talking about me being this, I'm macho, blah, 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 blah. No, what I'm talking about is that the type of man, that's why I said this right here. Y'all see the title? What does the title say? Men have failed at being men, husbands, fathers, leaders, masculine, etc. The issue that a lot of these guys that actually disagree with me is that they have already made the mistake of getting into relationships with women and letting these women run them. They've already made the mistake into having babies with these women, and these kids is running them. And what they get upset with me as because I told them you never became a solid man first. So what you trying to say, man? Oh, no, see, no, just because you had some kids with a girl, just because biologically your body is able to produce sperm and you had a child, that does not make you a man. That's why I had it. That's why I have it in that specific order: man, husband, father. See, folks say things like this. They ask me about my wife, and some people, I don't know if y'all are in here right now, but a lot of people who came to a lot of my speaking engagements, you met my wife. What you met as my wife is who my wife is. Oh my God, for one day, everybody's, oh, she's so beautiful. Your wife is so sweet. And yeah. My wife has always been like that. Even before she met me, been nice, kind of soft-spoken, sweet. I was attracted to that. That's what I was attracted to. But at the same time, what was she attracted to? Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? When I say as a man, any woman that was going to get with me, you're going to be submissive. Uh, what I'm saying that for is this. I'm not talking about, oh, when she gets into a relationship, now I have to make her become submissive. No, there's a process called vetting where she gets to know you and you get to know her. If you already know how I am moving as a man, you either going to be attracted to that or you're not going to be attracted to that. And ask me if I care if there was any woman that I was ever talking to that said, oh, ooh, no, nah, that's not me. Ask me if I cared or if I went after them. It did not matter. Find a guy that you can run over like that, but it's not going to be Ty Smith. Again, what messes folks up about this is this. They are thinking that when I'm making this comment saying, if you're going to be with me, you're going to be submissive. I never said that to my wife. I never had to say it. You want to know why? I never had to say to my children, I'm the dad, you listen to me. I never once, and my son's 21 years and my other one 19, getting ready to be 19. I never ever once had to say that out of my mouth. Son, I'm the father. I'm the parent. You listen to me. I never, what am I going to say that for? I don't have to explain nothing. Do it and shut up. Go and do this. Go and do that. Da 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 da. Dad, can I have this? No. See, I'm just being a father. So now, when it comes to being a man, here's what a lot of people get mixed up. Just because society tells you you can, society pushes on you. Oh, when you're 16, that's when you're going to become the age of. See what I'm saying? We do this. When you become 16, that's the age of dating. Says who? See what I'm saying? I was always a person that, look, I'm just being real with y'all. A lot of the things that society pretty much pushes on us, I do the opposite. Just like a lot of things the government tell you to do, I do the opposite. Or I'm questioning it, is my point. That's why I tell people, and I was just on this panel the other night, I didn't have terrible twos with my sons. I didn't have furious fives with my son. I didn't have Tourette syndrome 10 with my sons. I didn't have 13 being mean with my son. I didn't have I didn't have any. I didn't have 21. They think they're grown about the. I didn't have none of that with my sons. You want to know why? Because I took care of all those possible characteristics and attitudes and behaviors that my kids would have possibly formed. I took care of that at an early age, and I was consistent. I stayed consistent. I stayed diligent. Every aspect of my son's life, I watched, and I was very meticulous. I was very calculated as a father. Why? Because as a man, I knew, and I skipped the marriage part, but I'm gonna get back into the marriage part. As a man, I knew that once I did have children, it's my job to protect them. Now, see, some folks thinking that you're saying this in the sense of I'm protecting my sons from danger. No, I'm also going to protect them from spiritual influences too. I'm going to protect them from emotional influences too. I'm going to protect them from mental influences too. What do you mean by that? So let's just say if you have a child. What's going on, Unifier? Shout out to you, sir. Let's say if you have a child, your child is doing something bad, like hitting at the parent. Oh, no, 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 don't hit mommy. No, you don't hit mommy. I'm going to inflict some pain on you. Now, a lot of people don't agree with that. Look, how you do in your house is completely fine. I just know what works really well with the kids that I mentor and is mentoring in my own house, my own nieces and nephews. See, if that behavior doesn't get checked of hitting mommy or hitting daddy, if that behavior doesn't get checked, or if that behavior is not corrected with strong discipline and correction, that behavior is going to be something that child's going to continue up until the point to where they become teenagers and older, they're bigger than you, whatever like that. You're not going to be able to do anything about it at all. You won't be able to do anything about it. So that's why I'm saying I protected them from any type of possible spiritual, emotional influence that actually got into their mind and let them think that they can hit their mom. Took care of that. Any type of thoughts that may have come into their heads that if they don't get something, that they get pop, 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 pop. We don't do that. So what happens when your child, because look, let's just be real. I tell people this all the time. I spanked my children when they were growing up. I spanked them for things they did wrong, basically. I cannot even recall I can't recall that I've ever spanked my sons for the same exact thing. They got it that one time. Now, what they did get is they got their father being consistent. Let's just say, if I'm gonna give y'all an example. Give you an example. If I'm at the store with my wife and my sons go, "Mommy, I want that candy. I want the candy." And mom says, "No." I didn't go up to my child and go, "Hey, I went up as soon as they did this, I went, do it again." That's what your mom say. She said, what did your mom say? She said, "No." Then why did you do that? And see, when your mom said no, that's it. You don't cry. You can get, and this is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you the truth. This is what I do with my own children. You don't cry. You don't fall out. And if you do it again, I'm going to get you. Just like that. We have become so soft. Oh, but Ty, it embarrassed him. Good. Oh, the people that were looking around, that probably embarrassed the child. Good. Oh, that probably traumatized. Now, this is where it kicks in, where y'all all fall for this crazy woke ideology BS that's out there. That traumatized him. So let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something about traumatizing. Why do we look at traumatizing like it's always a negative thing? Traumatizing is not always a bad thing. Traumatizing serves a purpose. First of all, my son, like, dang, I got a spanking. I did not like the pain. Number two, all the people in the store saw me get a spanking. Right? Number three, I still did not get what I was crying about. Now he has it in his head. We're at the store. Guess what the brain does? Hey, wait a minute. Like, whoa, look, follow me. My wife takes my son to the store again. My son asks for something. My wife goes, "No." Guess what? The brain go, whoa, bro. You, hey, you remember what happened to you last time? This is what I'm telling y'all. This is what they don't tell y'all because they want everybody to be soft. Oh, that child. Why would you strike a child? Guess what his brain did? His brain went, bro. Pump the brakes. You know what happened last time when you did that. And the son, now the kid just got to hold in. The child is holding it in, right? He know it. And then the wife goes, "You better not either." And my wife will say, "Hey, yeah, look, you better fix your face. Do you want me to tell your daddy when you get home? See, again, that brain goes, yeah, because daddy don't ask no questions. Daddy don't talk. Daddy whoops. So we got into a point in time where we think that a lot of things like that, what y'all want to call trauma, is like something that's going to be just like life changing. Now, again, folks, don't try to change the narrative. I'm not talking about beating or abusing at all. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about spanking them with discipline and correction. So, again, as a father, that's my job. And not only that, by me protecting my child from having these certain type of behavior, attitudes, guess what it did for society? Woo! We got some good law-abiding citizens growing up because that dad right there keeps things in order. But let me not jump ahead. Too late. Let me get back on this whole ordeal. The reason why I said men have failed also is because of men have failed at becoming men. Men have failed at mentoring other young men into becoming men. Completely failed. A lot of folks don't want to take the responsibility for it. Okay? A lot of men don't. Now, let me make this disclaimer. I'm not talking about any man out there that's like a pookie, got baby mamas. I'm not talking about men out there who are divorced when I'm talking about this particular thing as far as being like in a you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about people say, well, man, child support, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about you being in your child's life and you being with your wife. Even if you're not married, if you are with your girlfriend and y'all have children and you are there present as a father. Did y'all see the thumbnail, by the way? Don't forget to hit that like button so this video can be circulated within YouTube algorithm, folks. See, where men have failed at is that, say, for example, it does me well knowing that there are young men out there that I've mentored and is currently mentoring right now that are becoming great men. Y'all, there are kids that we mentored over, 15 years ago. They are accountants, construction company owners, engineers. They have electricians. Do you know how just great knowing that you actually had something to do with diverting a child's life into doing something like that to where they're going to reciprocate what you actually did? They have families now. They're married. When this child did not have anybody, didn't even have any hope, all they had was their mom. But now to know you've been a part of something to break a curse and is not expecting anything back. And that's why I can understand that there's this man named Jesus. I see that there's a never ending pleasure you get out of helping people. Jesus came along and all he did was help. Did it seem like he wanted anything in return? No. He healed people. He spoke life to people. He encouraged people. He gave people hope. Then to turn around, I ain't gonna get into it, and then to turn around and make one of the biggest sacrifices by allowing himself to die for the sins of the world. But I'm not gonna get into all that. My point is what Jesus did when he's walking on this earth, constantly helping people and wanting nothing in return. Folks, there is, I'm telling, unless y'all know what, well, besides, I'm just saying, besides what how babies come about. Besides that, I don't know no better pleasure than actually knowing and constantly changing human. Maybe that's why I got into medicine. It doesn't get old seeing people progress and do better and then become independent. And you can just sit back and go, wow. See, the other day, I had a conversation with some black people. And guys, I know I always trip people up with my thought process, but I really want y'all to get this in your head. These people looked at me like cows at Newgates and thought that I was dumb as screen doors on submarines when I told them I was not proud of my sons when they graduated high school. Y'all heard me? They were like, oh man, getting some black people, getting some black kids through high school, man. That's ooh, man. That's why we cheer. That's why, because getting black people in home, getting. I said when my sons graduated high school, I wasn't proud. You wasn't a proud parent? I said no. Now this is where it tripped them up at, y'all. Ooh. See, my son's graduating high school was expected. So there was nothing really to celebrate. So they got all crazy looking at me like, man, come on, man. You know how blacks. I said, no, absolutely not. I was happy that my sons graduated because, I mean, let's look at this. Let's keep it real. I told them, y'all might think I'm crazy. I said, the way I felt about my son when I went to a ceremony and he graduated kindergarten and then they had the 8th grade send off and all that, it was the same thing. I went there as a father to see my son graduate. He accomplished high school. That's not something to be proud of because it was expected. Y'all follow me? Folks just see that's what's wrong with black people. No. What's wrong with us is the fact that we act like it is just like a big lifetime achievement. And it's not. It's almost like it's a part of life. It's no different than you brushing your teeth and learning how to pee. When your kids learn how to pee on their own, when they learn how to go to the bathroom, you got it. But it's not like it's no thing where you need to be. I'm about to get him a car, and no. It's to be celebrated. He accomplished something, but it absolutely 100% is not like one of my proudest moments. No, because guess what? There was no doubt in my mind that he was going to go to high school and finish. And they, oh man, I see. Yeah, I know, man. That's what I'm saying. Why? Because as a parent, expectations were set. You see what I'm saying? There was no son. Now listen to me. I know you might don't like school, but I want you to go to the 6th grade. Dude, y'all come on now, please. See, this is where you get it wrong at. People can sense a weakness in you. And if they sense a weakness in you, they're going to use that to their advantage. That's why I say I am a parent. I'm a husband. I'm doing my role as a man first. So let's get back on that because I know I did it again. Men, I'm not talking about ones that came from single parent homes. And if you're mentoring, that's all good. But look, guys, I'm doing like Jesus did. Jesus is like, look, I'm only doing what I see my father do. My sons can only do what they see their father do, lest they make a decision, want to do something on their own, blah, 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 blah. What I'm saying that for is this. I have men. This is not like a Carl Winslow or those shows where you sit down, hey, so son, you're at an age right now where no, they see how their dad move. They're going to move the same way. They see how their dad thinks. Conversations that we have. See, that's why it was really important that when you hear people say things like families don't eat at the table no more, that's really important. Conversations are had at the table. That's where you find out where your children are maturity-wise when you have these conversations at the table. Now, they have to sit down and go, well, Ty, I tried to get my son to come eat at the table. But what you mean he won't? See? The people who have problems with their kids right now, you have problems because you did not take care of it at an early age. The fact that you were even telling me, I try to get my son to come to eat, but he don't. What do you mean he don't? See, that's what I can't even comprehend being in your position because I know I'm going to look. I know I might be stepping on some toes, but I'm just going to say it. You failed. You failed at a certain point in your child's life to implement the type of behavior that you want your child to carry on while they are in your house. There is no question. So, Ty, what you telling me? What if your son wasn't hungry? You still gonna sit at the table? Because sitting at the table is not just about eating dinner. Sitting at that table is how you become more intimate with your family. Sitting at that table and talking. That's how you get to know your family. That's how you get to know where they are maturity wise. Bringing up all kind of subjects right there at the table. That's how you become more close as a family, right there at the table. Put that cell phone up. All that I'm not even put the cell phone up. There's no, see what I'm saying? The fact that some people are even in positions where you telling me that you have to actually compromise with your child lets me know that at an early age, well, man, some kids are different. No, you as a parent was different. Some kids just don't listen. No, you as a parent was not being consistent. Kids' brains are like sponges. Kids have to be, that's why you have to teach kids certain things, because they don't know. They don't have certain fillers. That's why they say, that's why you got, why do you have to tell a child, don't talk to strangers and don't take candy from a stranger? Why did they have to teach that? Yeah, you can say that it's because the stranger can kidnap them and kill them, or a stranger can kidnap them and rape them. Yeah, but why did you have to teach them those specific instructions? You want to know why? That kid doesn't have those antenna feelers in their mind to say that this is dangerous. So you have to teach them to be logical. And it came with somebody. If you talk to anybody, or even if I don't care if that man just gave you, better not take a piece of candy from nobody, because if you do, I'm getting you. You're teaching that child to be logical, because they don't have the feelers in their head yet to say that this is a dangerous situation. If I walk to that man's van who's offering me candy, I can be kidnapped. You see what I'm saying? You're teaching them. There is no, oh, I got a bad child. He 3 years old. He just bad. I guess this is just who he is. No, it ain't. I will whoop that child into being a good child. Now, Ty, you just can't whoop any. Yes, you can. Y'all that are saying that, you saying it because you weren't consistent, and you just kind of maybe look. Let's keep it real. Y'all might say something like, well, I was abused as a child, so I didn't whoop my child. No, that's not an excuse. That doesn't mean that you have to abuse your child. Come on now. That's not what we're talking about. There is a flat out healthy spanking of your child that you can do. If you were sat there and beat with objects and all that, your parent hitting you with a bat, and that's not what we're talking about. That absolutely 100% not is what I'm talking about. But you are not going to be able to sit here and use that as an excuse to why you didn't discipline your child. So the alternative is to let your child be a crazy, out of control child, and then you want to try to cheat them with medication. Oh, well, my child has ADHD. My child has, he's a little, they want to give him some speed. My child is hyperactive. Y'all remember that hyperactive? They want to diagnose everybody. It's the narrative just changing. They're just putting different words on it. Guess who was hyperactive as a child? Ty Smith was. Why was I hyper? The teacher was boring. Now, as a child, you can't articulate that, but I wasn't challenged. Okay, guys, and I'm so competitive. The teacher y'all remember those tests they used to give you, answer 100 questions, get a candy bar? When I get done. Because it wasn't challenging. We want to talk to Ty's parents. He might have an issue where he's hyperactive, and we want to give him medication. Yeah, right. No medication. No. We've gotten to a point right now in time where the medical field is running everything. The medical field is running everything. You want to know why? Because you guys are nothing more than a number to us and your money. Yeah. You go, come on, man. Guys, they tried this with my wife. My wife goes in to do her feminine checkup stuff, whatever like that. The doctor said, you have high blood pressure. Well, thank God. Look, what does her husband do? Yeah, thank you. I said, babe, it's something called white coat syndrome. You go in there and you're about to see the doctor and your heart rate goes up. You get a little scared. That can make your blood pressure go up. That doctor, and I told my wife, that doctor right there on the spot is going to try to prescribe you. Oh, I don't know, your blood pressure's high. I'm gonna give you some pain. I'm not pain. I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you some high blood pressure medication. My wife came right back in here, took my stethoscope off, did my wife blood pressure. Her blood pressure was normal. Why? Because she was comfortable. She didn't have the white coat syndrome with her own doc. You know what I'm saying? So here's my thing. They wanted to give her some high blood pressure medicine. My wife said, nope. I told my wife, I said, when you go back in, you can ready to see your doctor. When they want to do your blood pressure, I said, breathe in your nose for 4 seconds, breathe out your mouth for 4 seconds. Do that 4 times. I said, while they're taking your blood pressure, take a deep breath in your nose, out your mouth. Guess what? Oh, wow, what you been doing, Mrs. Smith? Your blood pressure, your blood is good. What are you? And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Her doctor told her, I've been on blood pressure medication for the past up some odd years. What are you doing? My wife's like, nothing. See what I'm saying? Even doctors can fall into that whole scenario. Just get in line. You got high blood pressure, take this medication. See what I'm saying? You've been trained to do that. And that's the issue that a lot of us are having when it comes to our children. Your children, he's not focusing. He's really jittery. He's moving a lot. He's a kid. He's supposed to. They don't do that to puppies and kittens. Hey, that puppy, he keeps on wanting to play with those socks and toys, and he's eating on those shoes, and all that those kittens, they keep on knocking around stuff, and all those kittens, they're hyperactive. Give them a shot. They're 80. No, they are a bundle of energy, and if you're not doing nothing to entertain them and keep their attention, they are going to want to move. It's easy, plain and simple. Plain and simple. So tell me this. Why is it that your child can be all hyperactive and ADHD while in school, but then yet you can get them an iPad or something like that and they're sitting still? It has everything to do with the fact that it has that child's attention, because in some shape, form, or fashion, it has their interest and it's entertaining to them. You cannot be a teacher up there and children, now turn to page 3. Okay. And I want Melanie to read the first line. Simba, he went down to the pond and he saw some fishing. And the kids are like, oh. But then you got other teachers that are very expressive. I know I am. They'll get up there. Oh, so Simba, he went down to this beautiful water. And guys, what's in water? What is in water? The kids, you have their attention. You cannot be up there. I promise you, it seemed like they are teaching these teachers to do a lot of this stuff on purpose because they want to sit there and try to weave out, these kids, so they can medicate the child. It's huge, and a lot of folks are falling for it. Unconventional. Thank you, sister, for the super chat right here. She says, my daughter is 5 and she's already enlightened about stranger danger. Good on you, mama. Good on you. Emphasize it, reiterate it. And I know you're doing good as a mother and I appreciate your support, but you keep that up, sis. Absolutely 100% keep that up. So when people, this is what happens now, because I told you as mentor, we get partial guardianship, right? So with these single moms, if something happens at the school, they're told to call Mr. Ty. Well, Mr. Ty, can we talk to you? Okay, so this is what happened. This is what's going on. And they seem to have an attention issue. I was like, yes, they do. They have an attention issue because the teacher apparently is not doing nothing good enough to get their attention. Well, no, that's not what I meant. No, I know that's not what you meant, but I'm telling you that's what it is. So why is it that I can get these same children that y'all said they got these ADHD, attention deficit disorder, whatever you want to call it, if you want to say all these things about why is it when I take them to our center and I sit there and take them in the classroom and I show them stuff, why do they get it? Well, that's because they respect you. No, don't use that as no excuse. No, it's not. It's because look how I'm not even a teacher, but look how I'm presenting it to them. I'm being expressive. I'm walking around the classroom. I'm looking in their eyes and telling them, oh, when we get this bundle and that, but just being up there, okay, guys, we have the number 5. If I do a plus and put a 1, then I do another plus and put a 1. Y'all, let me tell y'all how conniving They are with this. I don't know how I got off on this, but it's for some reason. Why do you think they have drag queens coming in there? Why do you think they have drag queens coming in there? Already just looking at the drag queens, the kids, I don't care if they're boys or girls, they don't care. To kids, it looks like it's something they've seen on TV. All the makeup, all the colors, all the glam and the glittery and all that to any boy or girl. They don't differentiate whether that's a man or woman. All they know is it look like it's something that's fun and entertaining. And then y'all ever seen some of the videos where the drag queens are reading to the children? Look at it, y'all. You drag queens are already flamboyant as it is, right? Okay, children. So look at here. So look, first of all, little Raphael, he went down and he saw this glorious unicorn. You guys ever seen a unicorn? Oh my God, they're so beautiful. They're beautiful. The unicorns are beautiful. Okay, so anyway, guys, does anybody in here know what unicorns do? Come on, I know there's somebody in here that knows what unicorns do. What do unicorns have? The kids, they have wings. Yes, yes, they have wings. Good, darling. Good on you. You're so smart. Okay, so let's not get carried away, guys. The unicorns, they y'all know what I'm talking about. The whole purpose is that the kids are being entertained by it. Therefore, if the kids are being entertained by it, both sides of the hemispheres is being stimulated by what the kids are seeing. So those kids in their brain, they're going to associate learning, fun, and a good time with that drag queen. That's going to be the foundation of their education and indoctrination. Is that those kids are going to just look at us. We can reflect back right now and talk about our favorite teachers. You get off the feel goods, like my son always called it. You get the warm fuzzy feeling inside when you think about some of your teachers that you had back in the day. You would say, "Oh man, Miss Griffin, she was such a da 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 da. She made sure I knew how to do X, Y, and Z. She sat down and told me how smart I was." You associate that, and that can set a foundation. But imagine being a child in today's world where your foundation is set on some circus clowns coming in there and reading to them. That's all they can reflect back to. And if that's all they can reflect back to, and it made them feel good, and it gave them the nostalgia, and it made them learn in their world, there's nothing wrong with that. How could it be something wrong with that? Because I was taught, I was entertained, I felt welcomed, I felt loved, and it was fun. So that can't be wrong. Already got the child in. That's why they come at the children at a young age. And as fathers, and I'm going to tie it back to that, it is your job to protect them from that. Now, if you're for that, that's all on you. But what I'm saying, as a father, I'm protecting my child from lies. That is not a woman, son. That is a man that put on clown makeup and put on women's clothing. It's a man. But why would he do that, Dad? Oh, because he wants you guys to have fun. He wants you guys to, yeah, but that's a man. I'm not going to lie. If you want to lie to your child, go ahead. Well, Ty, didn't you lie to your kids about Santa Claus? Nope. No. What about the Easter Bunny? Nope. What about the leprechaun? Nope. I just told him those are fun stories. What's wrong with that? Anyway, let me digress from that. So here's the deal. When children are being raised, they have to have the covering and definitely the protection and the guidance of a man. If you are a single mother out there, then don't take this the wrong way. I'm not bashing any single mother out there whatsoever. If you are a single mother out there, one of the best things you can do to your child is get them around mentoring men, whether it be at the church, someplace you can trust 100%. Men, not men. They need to be around men. See, what y'all don't understand is that the way that you're supposed to be treated, the way that you're supposed to be led, the way that you're supposed to be guided is going to be learned from good men that your children are around. Now, folks are getting ready to get messed up when I tell them this right here. A little boy needs a father to help him be a man. A little girl needs a father to even help her be a woman. Now, Ty, that's the mother's job. No, it's not. Now, I'm not going to go religious on y'all. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just letting you know my belief on this. You can disagree, but I believe the book. Okay. Adam had to teach his wife how to be a wife. Y'all, I look when they say, well, look, it's true. A woman cannot raise a man. A woman can raise another little girl to be a woman, but a man can raise a little boy to be a man, and a man can raise a little girl to be a woman. Adam taught his wife how to be a wife. Uh-oh. About to mess y'all up, ain't I? I know. I know. See, when you have little daughters, because I got nieces and the little mentorees of mine, I call them my little mentoresses. You know, like a mentor, it's the boys, the girls is the mentoress. They're my little mentoress. When they see how Mr. Ty treats them, when they see how Mr. Ty loves them, when they see how Mr. Ty corrects them, if that's all they know, that's most likely is what they're going to expect out of a man. When I go to some of these single parents, mothers, and I tell them this is what your house setup needs to be. There is no rap videos being played in that house. There's go back to the old shows, and y'all can judge this all you want to. I do not care. Let your kids watch The Cosby Show. Let your kids watch Family Matters. Let your kids watch Full House, because a lot of this stuff today is complete woke BS nonsense. Let them watch that stuff there. See, and the reason being is this. If they're watching shows like that, and then they get to see that type of thing being implemented in real life by me and other men and other females that mentor these kids, that's all they're going to focus on, and that's all they're going to look for. If I got young men that see how Bill Cosby moved in the Cosby Show, they see how Mr. Carl Winslow moved in the Winslow Show, and it was like, man, Mr. Ty, that's funny because that's what you say to us. Or Mr. Ty, that's funny because that's what you did to us. That's what you did to us. That becomes a reality to them. This is what men are supposed to do. What I don't let them do a lot, and now y'all can disagree with this all you want to. I don't show them the episodes in there where the men are being simps. They're like, we're like, honey, oh, honey, and you better that. No, nope, no. I let them know this is what happens in certain situations, and this is how the man handles it. Look how those wives are. Look how Claire Huxtable was in the Cosby Show. I love Claire. But there was points in there where I'm like, no, we ain't gonna show this episode right here because Claire is clearly wearing the pants in this situation, and that's not how we not showing that. We gonna show where Mr. Cosby was the one going in there and taking care. What are you trying to say? No, I'm talking about there were times, I'm just being real with y'all. I seen a film with my own wife on the show, on the Cosby Show, where Claire be like, no, Cliff, I got this. Now look here, little girl. No, wait, no. See what I'm saying? And he'll just sit there, and when she did that, Bill Cosby would. No, that ain't no. We ain't doing that, y'all. I'm not even showing them that one. No. I let them watch certain, depending on what their age is. I let them watch Martin. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Martin definitely was a man in there. He always said, I'm a man. But we saw things like, no, I'm not, like I said. But at the same time, it's a reason why. People can disagree with this all they want to. Nature does not lie, and I say this all the time. If you have men moving like they should be moving in the way that they was created and purposed to move, they will attract women. No woman wants to go into a relationship having to tell a man what to do. Even the women that run their men, they don't like doing that. I know some people say, well, they get a power trip out of it. Yes, they do, but look how mad they are. You better, you better, you better, you better. You don't want to do that. You don't have a man, you don't have a husband, you got a little boy. You have a child. No, you're not talking to me like that. Absolutely not. That's what I'm saying. If you're moving according to the purpose of how you're supposed to move as a man, you are going to attract a woman who is also moving in accordance to how a woman is supposed to move. You guys have no idea that before I met my wife, while we were courting, I was courting other people. Y'all know that I never had any ghetto five girls come up to me ever. I went to a hood school. My wife has already graduated out of college, and I was going into my senior year when I met I was going into my senior year when I met my wife. My wife has already graduated out of college. What in the world made my wife attracted to me? She's 24 years old and she attracted to a 19-year-old kid. Let me not say, don't mess with y'all. We both were kids. I'm just saying, she's 24 and I'm 19. What made my wife attracted to me? What in the world? She didn't even know I was even in high school. All she knew is that I was this guy that was at the church. What made her attracted to me? Why didn't any of the girls that was at my high school, I mean, I was a top athlete, straight peak athlete, and you had people, you had your typical people that just wanted you and liked you because you were a top athlete. But what I'm saying is this: why is it that when people actually got off to the side and they see who Ty Smith was, when they conversated with me, I instantly did not attract the girls who thought they wanted me? I don't know. He different. That's what they would say. I don't know. He talk different. Like, he all good looking and everything like that. But when you talk to him, girl, he be saying some deep stuff. That's what I kept on getting. I would always get, he's too deep for me. Like, he just, woo. For some odd reason, I seem to always attract people that were older than me. Why? Why? Because women who are already operating in their purpose as being a woman are going to be attracted to men that are operating in their purpose as well. A woman who is not operating as she's supposed to be in her beautiful, awesome, so attractive femininity, if she is this bossy, uncontrolled, mouthy, loud woman, that's why she is with a dude who's saying things like, well, my wife won't submit. She never was submissive, period. Come on, man. Don't act like she just became unsubmissive when y'all got married. How long did you vet this woman not to know this? That's why on my show, I say it's the man's fault. You are the one that sat there and possibly got down on one knee and said, will you marry me? You foolish man. You're foolish. You made a bad decision when you did that. You chose her. You chose her with all that craziness that she was. You chose her with she wasn't even submitting to you when y'all was dating. Don't act like, well, man, she was submitting. She did all the things. But then once we got married, she flipped the script. Dude, come on, man. Come on now. When all the time, man, there are also people out there that y'all stop. Stop. How does she react when y'all got in y'all first fight? Huh? How does she react when y'all got in a major argument? How does she act when y'all bumped heads so much that y'all just had to get away from each other? How did that go? How did it go that whenever y'all were even dating because you were still trying to, not do anything wrong, she made all the decisions on where y'all went, when y'all did it, how y'all did it? All that was there. But because you were so infatuated and and the butterflies and all that, you couldn't see past that. And you want to know why? Because no one taught you how to be a logical, thinking man. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I teach. I let them know it's gonna come. It's gonna feel so good. Look, oh my God, that totally came out wrong. Ooh, that came out wrong, y'all. It's still making it worse. I'm sorry, y'all. What I meant was this. What I was saying, some of y'all didn't even catch that. Y'all like, what do you say? What do you say? I'm not gonna tell you. Go back and rewind it. No, what I meant was this. What I meant was this. What I meant was this. When you get into dating and vetting, it's going to feel so good. The butterflies in the stomach. She looks so good. The way she blinks, the way she smiles, even how she walks, the way she smells. You just think about her all the time. Yes, that's going to be there. But what you're not going to do is lose focus of being logical. Being logical. Right? So that's what people end up doing. They ride that wave of all the infatuations and the butterflies. They have no idea that that's going to it's going to drop because nobody is teaching you how to thrive in a relationship. And this is what I'm saying. I mentor these young people into becoming men and women first. We don't even talk about, we don't, you know what I'm saying? We don't even talk about the dating part until they get to that, until they get to the point to where they're like, I know, look, I know y'all, like I told y'all, my sons right now, my 19-year-old, both of my sons right now, they can talk to females. But when they talk to them, these girls are not on, a lot of them are not on my sons' them level, just like it was with their dad. My youngest one already, he's 19. He already know. He said, yeah, I know I'm going to have to be with somebody that's going to be older. He said, because these girls I talk to now, they, see? My 21-year-old son, same thing with him. He said, just say, yeah, Dad, I was, man, this me and this girl, we real cool and all this. But when we talk, she just like, that's what I'm talking about. My sons have learned those steps of when they're around females and they friends with females and feelings start to kick in, they learn, okay, we're going to wait for it to die down a little bit. And then I can see where they're at. Like, Dad, yeah, what happened? We disagreed over such and such. And she got like irate and she started like slamming stuff and like started just getting crazy and kicking down. And she threw her drink and yeah, yes, son. He said, yeah. See what I'm saying? You teach them to move as men first. You teach them to move as women first. When they learn to move as men and women, now we can talk about relationships and how you're going to move within a relationship as a husband. We're going to talk about how you're going to move in a relationship as a woman. We don't teach you what you shouldn't be doing. We simply focus on teaching you what you are going to do as a husband. We teach you what you are going to do as a wife. Then we teach you what you are going to do as a father and what you are going to do as a mother. Expectations. Some of y'all can disagree with this, but it's teaching expectations. We say things like, so when you become a man, this is when you know you are, when you can do these things, when your mind is like this, when you get challenged by things out there in the world that we told you that you're going to be challenged by and you pass them, when you get challenged by the things out there as a woman and you pass them, right? You're going to be a father someday. And as a father, this is what's going to happen at certain ages with your child. This is what you're going to be dealing with. They're going to be waking up every 2 hours. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be, that's expected. So when it comes, don't be surprised by, oh, Mr. Ty did say that my son or my daughter is going to be sleeping every 2 hours. I'm going to be getting a little bit of sleep. Mr. Ty did say it's not going to last forever, though. See what I'm saying? Then we don't have to worry about these problems that these kids end up harming their babies and throwing them downstairs and shaking them and all this stuff. Nobody taught them the expectations of what's going to come with those situations. Moving as a man into a husband, into a father, moving as a woman into being a wife, into being a mother. But with all that being said, men, period. I'm not just talking about any type of man. I ain't talking about beer drinking, come home, just throw your boots off to the side and you watch sports and you don't pay your wife no attention. You don't pay your children no attention. Y'all see the picture I have up here, right? You see the father sitting next to his daughter. She got a teddy bear, and he's just sitting there. What do I have? He's just sitting there, not giving the child no attention. The only time my sons did not get attention was when they were self-sufficient. They were doing their own thing. I played with my sons every day. I did things with my sons every day. Want to know why? Because I'm a father. If I didn't want to do those things, I would not have become a father. I do things up to this day and still talk and have fun and laugh and enjoy conversation with my beautiful wife upstairs. You want to know why? I'm her husband. I'm not her partner. I'm not her friend. I'm her husband. And as a husband, it's my job to make sure that beautiful, fragile, delicate woman upstairs is taken care of. So what you saying? No, I told you my wife has her degree, and my wife was part of one of the most prominent sororities out there. Okay, these women are all about their business. These women are, a lot of them, all about being independent and all that stuff too. But despite of all that, I don't care about what you think you are. I mean, it don't matter. As a husband, this is what I do. As a husband, this is how I'm going to lead my family. See what I'm saying? All those things were kind of taken out. All those things were talked about while we were vetting. Plain and simple. I say, this is what I'm going to be doing. This is what it is. Oh, when it comes to children, yeah, I believe in spankings. You definitely shouldn't be beating your child. We ironed this stuff out. What does it look like? I'm the type of father, I love playing with kids. This is what I'm telling my wife before she was my wife. I love playing with kids. I absolutely love kids. You know what I'm saying? Well, what happened when the kid get like this? Oh, I'm whipping their butt. Now she'd be like, well, I don't believe in spankings. Dang it, I really liked you. I'm just saying. Well, can't we compromise and you just not spank them and talk to them? Nope. I'll talk to them when they get a little older if they do something out of pocket. But while they're kids, no. Okay. What do you feel about doing this? I would say it. I would ask her a question. That's what I'm saying. The whole purpose of doing this whole ordeal that we did, this courting dance, is to figure out who I'm about to be with. I never said things like, oh, so when this happens, no, I'm saying this is who I am right now. I don't have any kids, but I know that I'm a spanker. I love playing with kids. I want to have kids. I want to have kids, not to have a family. I want to have kids because I want to be a father. I want to be married because I want to be a husband. I didn't go and say, oh, you know what? I'm the leader of this. I didn't have to go to my wife and tell her that I'm the leader of this family. I just am. I didn't have to have a conversation saying, now look, which one of us the head of the household? No, there was no question. I am. Y'all get what I'm saying? I never had to explain to my children, like I told y'all earlier. I didn't have to explain to my children, I'm the father and I'm the authoritative figure. No, they knew that based off of how their daddy moved. In their mind, who is this dude that's actually telling us what to do? And man, so guess what they had to do? They fell in line. Folks, y'all might think this is rude for me to say this. Y'all might think this is rude for me to say this. When it comes to kids, it's no different than training your dog. I have a dog. I train my dog to where I can look him in his eye and I go like this. He'll walk right over here to me and he'll sit down. Trained him. My dog can walk anywhere with me without a leash on. I say to my dog, walk with me. My dog will walk right next to me. If I stop, he would stop. I would say, good boy. He knows that means he can run up a little ahead of me and he can go to his tree or whatever his fire hydrant. He'll go there and pee and do his business. But I'll speak Pata to him. I'll say, do the buckle time. He'll come back to me and I'll say, you walk with me. He'll walk right there beside me. All right. Now, would you say, oh man, you controlling your dog? No. You train him. My dog has a great behavior now. People compliment it all the time. How are you walking that dog without a leash? How is your dog not running after that squirrel? How is he not running after that rabbit? Consistency in training him. He doesn't use the bathroom in the house. Guess what he does? That dog, I promise y'all, if I'm on here long enough, many of y'all have seen it. My dog would come right down here. He would interrupt this whole thing. He would look at me in my face because he's telling me, Dad, I got to go use the bathroom. Trained him. He goes right to that door. He'll walk to them blinds and make a bunch of noise trying to get my attention. Dude, I got to go. And if it gets real bad, he'll sit right here and he'll high five me. He'll put his foot on my leg. And I'll sit there. I've done this plenty of times while I was live. Train. So what it is now, the behavior is set. My dog has this routine. The behavior is already there because I did that to my dog at a young age. And that's why you guys hear the notion you can't teach an old dog new tricks because they're too far gone. That's why as mothers and fathers, it's so important that you teach them to be men. It's important that you teach them to be women. It's important to teach them the expectation of being a husband one day. It's important to teach them it's important to teach the expectations of being a wife one day, how they move as a wife. Don't be afraid. If you are a single mother and you're a single mother and you telling your daughter this is how you're going to be with a man, if they say, well, mama, what about you? You didn't do. Yes, admit to them. Yes, I made the mistake. I didn't listen. I ran my mouth. I was under the spell of, I ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. And that's why I'm like this, baby. Tell them it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with telling your children the truth. What's wrong with that? Admit it. You were wrong. I messed up. I did wrong by your dad. I wasn't trying to be into him. This stupid system messed me up. But you, baby, you find you a good man, a real good man who wants to love you and he wants to lead you. This is what y'all get mixed up. Y'all think that people are just beating their chest to my, I'm the man and you gonna listen to me and I'm the leader and you. No. Dude, why wouldn't you want that type of protection? My God. We sit there all day and we have expectations. Tell me one president that don't walk around without his secret agents. Tell me. Do you see the president going, I'm a president? Shoot, I run this country. I'm the head of this country. Ain't nobody gonna mess with me. Shoot, I don't need no Secret Service. Why y'all ever Secret Service? Why y'all everywhere? Bodyguards, why y'all everywhere? I don't need y'all. Do you see the president going around saying that, even though he's the most powerful person in the nation? Not this one, but y'all know what I'm saying. I'm joking. But I joke. But can you imagine the president doing that? I'm a president. I don't need. Yeah, go ahead and go anywhere in this country right now without that Secret Service being there and somebody that doesn't like you and hate you. What's going to happen? You're going to get deleted. All I'm saying is that as men, despite of my woman or your woman, I don't need you to do this. I'm going to do it anyway because I know that as a man, what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, you think that you don't need to be protected. Okay, you have no idea all these arrows that I sat there and absorbed. You have no idea of all this crazy stuff that I sat here and blocked while you sat there safely in your cove. You just think like, oh yeah, everything been going good. You have no idea what I've been out here battling and fighting. You have no idea the hate. I don't bring some of this stuff home. Y'all see what I'm saying? So yes, as a man, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to protect your family. You don't let no outside influences come in and influence your home. Even if you have to protect them from their own and from their family. I'm not gonna say no names, but there was a time where um certain things would be said, like as some of the things that my wife went to when it came to like the church. And I said, babe, I don't want you to be a part of it no more. I said, because when you come here, you guys go to these meetings and this supposed to be happening, that's supposed to be happening, and everything the opposite is happening. And then if you come here and you talk about it, and all of a sudden now it's in here, and then you're feeling bad about it. And just imagine if you didn't go, you wouldn't even have to deal with the pressures of what that sister doing and what she doing to her husband, what she ain't doing to her husband, and what this one is gossiping about. If they really not there to actually fulfill the goal that y'all supposed to be there for, it's a waste. And then you come here and then you have to tell, and it can be both ways. Husbands, you can do it too. You're supposed to be the protector. You're supposed to be the one not bringing stuff into your home. Y'all do understand you can do that. If you come on, man, whoo, man, the brothers at church, man, brother such and such, he doing his wife and and your wife sitting there like, oh my God, man. So now all of a sudden, now she worried about the sister that you just told her about. Then she worried about that sister who got kids, and she might be cool with the sister in the church and all this and that. Now she feeling bad because she up here thinking like the wife is just in a bad position, then it's affecting the kids and all that. Now just imagine if you hadn't gone there and you hadn't came back and said any of that. Your wife would not be sitting there worried about the sister in the church. Y'all see what I'm saying? Unconventional with the $2 ball. I appreciate you, sis, who says parents, transparency is paramount in teaching. Absolutely. Absolutely. So again, back to the title, man have failed at being men, husbands, fathers. And me, that's just my opinion on it. It's because you were never taught how to be a man yet. There's stages. When things come about naturally, that's when the teaching comes in. How many of y'all took your newborn and tried to make them walk? None of you. Y'all heard me right. How many of you took your newborn baby and put them on the ground and tried to make them walk? None of you. Now let me ask this, and I want y'all to think about this. What made you get to the point to where you felt that your baby was ready to walk? This is deep. All of us in here right now, listen, I'm not talking about anybody have a disability. How many of you knew when it was time for your child to walk? Was it based on age? No. You know what it was based on? When you saw the natural progression to the stage that your child was going through. When you saw that your child was standing up and they let go and they tried to, oh my God. And then what did you do? You encouraged them in this new avenue, this new chapter in their life, didn't you? That's what you did. So, ladies and gentlemen, tell me this. Why is y'all school systems trying to push your kids into steps that they are not ready to take yet when it comes to a lot of this sexuality stuff? Why? When they're not even ready yet. In my church and with our kids that we mentored, they weren't allowed to have sexual education. They weren't ready for it yet. Well, who are you to say? Yes, I am to say this. You're not a dude. This is get off this dumb stuff, Lord. I mean, you can be in medicine and be not smart. You can be in medicine and be dumb. You can be in medicine and have no common sense. So all this, you're not a mathematician. You're not a biologist. Dude, y'all don't let that dumb stuff deceive you when it comes to stuff like that. It's something that the Lord, I'm sorry. No, I'm just going to say it's something that the Lord put in all of us that we can see something called a natural progression. How do you know that a woman stepped into womanhood? She might be a little girl age-wise, but how do you know biologically that she crossed the line into being into womanhood? What? What happened naturally? Something showed up in her underwear that's called blood. And what did you do? What did you do? Oh, honey. Oh, this is what's going on with you. But before then, was you talking to your child about that? Well, I did tell my daughter that one day she's gonna have it. Doesn't you could tell her that all day long. She don't understand what you talking about and don't even care. Only time she gonna care is when it happens to her. Again, the natural progression of things will is your marker of when to start implementing certain life lessons. When your child let go of that couch and try to take them steps, you whoa yeah, and then what did you do? Now you putting them in a spot to where you kept on putting them there and trying to make them walk and encourage them to walk. Right? It became a praising moment. When your daughter has her period, you talk to them. Honey, this is what happened. All women have something called ovaries and fallopian tubes and a uterus. And what happens is that you have a little baby inside of you that's an egg. Nothing wrong with you telling them that. We taught ours. And see this right here? It'll float all the way down right here and it'll settle right here. If it doesn't get fertilized by a sperm, it looks like a tadpole. Then what happens is that the body releases it out. And only, I mean, it's a man. Kids will sit there and be like, okay, cool. That's it, folks. That's it. That's it. But oh no, school got to get graphic. School got to show your kids pornography. Give me a second here. Oh my God. Yeah. Little boys, my own son. Dad. I'm like, what? I think something wrong with me. What do you mean? I don't know. You might be grossed out by this. Boy, what are you talking about? What's wrong with you? This white yellowish stuff that's in my drawers. I'm like, oh, see, as a parent, I didn't go, oh, I should have though. On my second one, I freaked him out. But anyway, my first son, I was like, what? He was like, it kind of looked like, like it kind of looked like a little bit of snot. Like, I'm just telling you, I'm being real with y'all. And I was like, oh, okay. Really? He's like, yeah. I just woke up and it was there. Am I sick? I'm like, no. I said, so I had to talk with my son. I said, that's sperm. What did you mean, sperm? I told you I didn't let the school teach my kids about none of that. That's my job. Mine, not the schools. Guess what he did? Well, what is sperm? I sat there and I said, okay, I'm just being real with y'all. I sat there and had to talk with him. Your balls, your nuts, your testicles, they house something called sperm. And I broke out the pictures and showed them how the sperm travels from the testes up the vas deferens, mixes with seminal fluid from the prostate and all that stuff like that, and it comes out. And I said it looks just like little tadpoles. The little tadpoles contains DNA, X and Y chromosome, and it swims up and and when it gets what it is. And guess what I did? I showed him. Look, y'all remember? Look who's talking. Put a one. Let me know y'all paying attention in here. Put a one in here if you seen the movie Look Who's Talking. I'll give y'all a second to answer here while y'all hit that thumbs up button. All right. So y'all remember Look Who's Talking showed a perfect example. It showed the sperm swimming through, the sperm was swimming. They're like, woohoo, yeah, let's go. You know what? I showed my son that. I love that. I absolutely love that from Look Who's Talking. Right. So um after that, that was the end of the conversation. Now, do you really think, let's be real, do you really see it was a natural progression? But before that, I wasn't talking to my son like, son, you're going to have something called a wet dream. You're going to wake up and there's going to be, I didn't do any of that. I waited till it happened. And now the teaching comes, right? Now, do you really think that I'm stupid to where all of a sudden your child is taking longer showers? Hmm? All of a sudden, this boy been in the shower for 45 minutes. I'm really, really washing my hair. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. I would even say to my wife, this boy been in the shower for like a dang on hour. She's like, well, he really let the conditions his hair. Babe, stop. Well, what else would he be doing? Babe, stop. Y'all, I'm such a prankful parent and everything like that. My son, I would embarrass him. He would come out the shower. So what you doing in the shower that long? No, Dad. At first, I was using the bathroom. So what? You turn the shower on while you're using the bathroom too? You wasting my water? Uh, 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 uh. But no, Dad. My son does have a lot of hair. But I got to really wash my hair, son. An hour plus in the shower. But then I mess with him. Let me see your hands. Here, what? I'm like, your right hand look a lot more wrinkly, raw, and wet than your left hand. That's because I use it. That's stop, son. Stop. I'm just telling you this. That's why in this house, there's 3 bathrooms. And I tell him, when your mom does her once a week deep cleaning, you better hope she don't find that same stuff that was in your drawers. You better hope she don't find none of that around the shower. Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, good talk, son. Just walk off. Because y'all you know, ain't no boys taking no showers. And not for that long. Come on, man. Y'all, come on. You can't get no young boy. They funky and everything. You can't get them little boys to take no shower. But all of a sudden, they enjoying them showers now. Yeah, okay. Well, they're not in there doing anything. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Anyway, point in saying that is this. Nobody had to teach them to do that, did they? Nobody had to teach them to sit there and do that. And there's a natural progression that happens as well to where they can figure out where the puzzle pieces fit. Y'all, I'm just being real with y'all. Oh my God. Sister Hayes. Sister Hayes, Sister Hayes. Y'all see what she said? Miss Hayes. Yes. Look, she said, Lord have mercy. Is that why my 16-year-old son takes so many showers? Sister, yes. It ain't because I'm one of those people that like to take a lot of showers. I like to stay clean. And since when? And I told you, I really, I really do. I'm one of those dads. I bet to my son. Let me see your hands. Boy, that right hand so dang on puffy and wrinkly. Y'all know how I look when you be in the water too long. I'm just telling you. No little boy is gonna be in showers that long because they want to get squeaky clean. And then you know what? I told y'all. Look, I'm just one of those dads. I don't have my sons all my life. I'm gonna make their life worthwhile. They're gonna have some of the most crazy memories to tell my grandchildren. They're gonna tell my grandchildren about the hands. They're gonna tell my grandchildren, and my dad even went further. He said, well, why is that bar of soap still dry? Oh, but you took a shower. Yeah. Why is that bar of soap dry? You don't use no body wash, but that bar of soap still sitting in the shower dry. Oh, because like what I usually do, I just wash up and then I put the soap back up there and I keep on. Yeah, just stop. Just stop. I'm like, son, the soap ain't even in the shower. It's in the dish part by the sink in the bathroom. It ain't even in the shower. Oh, because when I got out, that's right. I meant to tell you. Whenever I got out, I put it there because I know that like. But why, son? We got the pump part right there. What are you? Well, some people don't like to use it. Stop. Like, stop. Just stop. I get it. I get it, son. You get what? I mean, what you think I'm doing? You really want me to tell you? No. I didn't think so. Good talk, son. Like I said. Then, so yeah, if your 16-year-old son is in them showers, taking showers that long, sister, yeah, they're practicing. And mamas do not like it. You women, y'all don't like to think about my son is not. Oh my God. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just being real. So those are things that come with life, and women don't act like y'all didn't have to experience that stuff too. Y'all, yeah, I'm not even gonna get into all that. But yeah, because I don't have I do got nieces and all that. But my whole point in saying all that is that there's progressions that come through life that comes on naturally. And when they do come, that's when we address it and that's when we talk about it. Now, I'm telling you guys the truth. I've never talked to my sons about sex. For what? Well, man, you got to let them know that they can know I don't. No. See what I'm saying? In my son's minds, in their minds, and this has nothing, y'all, this is what's getting y'all. This is what messes people up. This has nothing to do with Christianity and being a virgin until you get, no, it has nothing to do with that. Although there's a reason why the Bible does tell you to do it that way. It's a reason. But everybody, who came up with the concept that keeping yourself until you get married is Christian stuff instead of just actually life changing, smart decision making process? Their focus right now is becoming the best men that they can be right now. When they get to the point like, hey, dad, I really am digging this girl. Now I'm going to talk to my sons about thriving in a relationship. But guess what? My sons already know how the relationship should look and how to thrive on because they get to see it from their parent, me and my wife. They get to see that, right? So once they see a girl that they might want to date or whatever like that, you really think that I have to tell them what they're supposed to be doing? Do you really think I need to tell them this is how you know when she can be pregnant? Son, you've been practicing in the tub since you were 13 years old. Stop it. Just stop. You see what I'm saying? So my point is saying this, folks, whenever you are putting the focus on whoever it is that you're mentoring, they're going to go that direction. If all I keep like this school, that's why they want to, why do you think they want to push sex so much? Why do y'all think sex is in everything? Why do you think that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I say shows like Bill Cosby. You don't know what I ain't, dude, y'all. I never even watched the show until my wife like got the show. She got like the whole collector set like about 2 years ago. I watched it and I'm like, oh my God, this is, I'm just saying because I didn't have the luxury of watching the Cosby when I was a kid. We didn't have all the cable stuff. But what I'm saying that for is this. You never knew that Bill Cosby and Claire did anything. She'll say something like, oh, we were out at the cabin. We had a wonderful evening of passion. And Bill Cosby, them, the way they flirted. If y'all ever watched the Cosby Show, they flirted. He always would give her a little kiss on the cheek or they give a peck. They went all lip locking and all that stuff like that. They weren't even trying to give you any type of hints that they were doing anything explicitly sexual. See what I'm saying? It kept the innocence. Well, Bill Cosby, look what he did. Oh, now come on. We talking about the show. Stop it. Separate the actor from what happened with all that stuff. Separate him from that, okay? We talking about the show. There's plenty of people that did awesome things as actors that did terrible things as a person. We're talking about the show, okay? Same thing. R. Kelly made like the most best awesome music in the world. Separate the artist entertainer from who he was for real. That ain't what that y'all should be able to do that. You should be able to decipher. Okay, so anyway, my point is saying that is Bill Cosby the way that him and Claire flirted. He would flirt with the cake. You know, y'all remember that episode where he had that cake looked so good, the whipped cream and the strawberries. They fed it to each other, whatever like that. Every time Bill Cosby and Claire got in bed, they both had fully clothed pajamas on. And today, dude, the sitcoms today, they showing full butt cheeks and lingerie and everything. Y'all see what I'm saying? Why is everything pushed so much to be sexual? Because if you get them to focus on that, that's all they're going to be interested in. And then when they get into these relationships, one or two things can happen. The relationship is foundationally based on nothing more than sexual gratification. If they do get married and the sex stops, all of a sudden there's an issue, because then it makes them think that the sex is the relationship when it's not. Y'all follow me? That's why the Cosby Show and different shows like that back in the day, Full House, and y'all know some of them. Even, I mean, God, y'all in the shows, I can't even remember all of them right now, but those shows were solely based on dealing with, like the show is called Family Matters. It dealt with family matters. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, I didn't let my sons then watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air until my sons then were like maybe 15, 16 years old, because even Fresh Prince of Bel-Air took some things a little farther than what I felt that they were ready to be looking at. I kept things on the PG level. You know what I'm saying? Why did I do that? Because as a father, it's my job to protect them from those type of influence. But Ty, kids have ways. I mean, they got phones, not mine didn't. They got computer, mine didn't. You crazy? That's me. You see what I'm saying? They can play dude, my sons, I think when did I even let y'all leave? When did I let y'all play Grand Theft Auto? Last year. So what, you were 18? See? I didn't let them play Grand Theft Auto, none of that stuff like that until he just told you. So now he's saying they got to go retro. They got to go back and play the games that I didn't allow them to play as grown men right now. I pretend to them, oh man, this game is good. This game is, but when I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna check the game out. Dude, hey. Grand Theft Auto. Within 15 minutes of me playing that particular Grand Theft Auto, this dude got this girl bent over the table and smashing it from the back in a game. Y'all, did y'all hear me? The game that my son, every time they say, Dad, it's this game that's coming out. Well, I said, wait a minute, this game lets you like kill people. And no, I'm not going to be this parent to think that this is like, no, because I mean, we killed creatures on Mario. You jump on the turtle head, kick him out of his shell, throw the shell at another one. I mean, come on, yeah, like, I'm not going to be that crazy. Games that allow kids to shoot and all that. Come on now. We played Cops and Robbers when we were kids. We played Duck. Come on, y'all. We played Duck Hunt on the Nintendo and Hogan's Alley on the Nintendo. So that's not what I'm talking about. Me as a parent, whenever my sons didn't want the game, I played the game first. Dad, can I watch you? Nope. Man, I just knew within 15 minutes of playing, the first 10, 15 minutes of playing that game, when that dude had that girl bent over the table, he's sitting there smashing it. I said, oh, y'all absolutely ain't playing this game. And that's part of that. I don't care if that was just one scene in the game, and then the rest of the game is just Skittle rainbows and unicorns. All because of what I seen in those first 15 minutes, and that's part of the cinematic part of the game. You're not playing this. And like he just said, 18 years old and just now playing that particular Grand Theft Auto. Now, Ty, you might be, see what I'm saying? I don't care what none of y'all say. When you say things like you were being too controlling, do you say that about your job? What does your job tell you? It depends on where you work. This is what you're going to wear here. This is what you can't say. Come on now. You can't sexually harass anybody. You can't discriminate. Your job hours is from 8 to 5, 8 to 4. Your lunch break is at this. Do you go in there and be like, well, I don't think that's a little too controlling now. Why y'all trying? No. It's a reason why these boundaries and rules are in place. It's to make things function right. It's to keep the functionality of the job going strong. And it's also there to protect. It's there to protect you. What about people that say, man, that's stupid, man. Sexual harassment stuff is stupid. I feel like I should be able to go up to women and just rub all on them. I mean, come on now. That sexual harassment thing is in place to protect you. Now, what about the person that wants to sexually harass you, man? That's too controlling. I mean, I should be able to say what I want to these women. I should be able to tell her I want to smack it up, flip it, and rub it down. So you didn't let your kids? No. Why? Because I'm a parent. It's my job as a father to protect my seed. So you didn't, dude, I told y'all I was diligent and I was very calculated. I watched cartoons with my children. I watched it with them. I still have I can go pull it out right now. I still got all the tapes and CDs that my kids watch cartoons that I watched. They couldn't watch none of the new cartoons. When little boys come in there with earrings on and all that and got pink hair, my sons didn't want to watch no cartoons like that. They watched, I'm talking, look, y'all, Y'all can call me overboard, whatever you want to. They weren't even watching when I watched when I was allowed to watch Bugs Bunny and Tweety Bird and all that. Whenever Bugs Bunny would dress up like a drag queen, I didn't even let them see that episode. I'm like, okay, nah, we're gonna skip this one. Mm-mm. Nope. You do what y'all want to in your house. I did what I want to in my house. So here's the thing. On the panel the other night, we were talking about something similar to this, and I was telling them how my sons don't got no girl pregnant. People, ooh. I'm like, no, wait, don't clap. That ain't nothing. Don't. This should be a norm. Y'all follow me? This should be a norm. What do you mean? What do you mean? Don't clap for me. And then one of the guys on there, my guy Aaron, I love him, man. He's very logical. Throw out some questions to mess people up. I'm like, he's like, you saying that that's all because you all attribute that to you? Yes. Well, you got to give your kids. See what I'm saying? All y'all folks out there to say this stuff, like you got to give your kid the freedom. Yes, my sons, them are gonna get all the freedom they want to when they decide to leave my house. 21 years old, and the other one in 2 weeks is about to be 19. When you get from work, you come straight home. Now, if he tell me, oh, Dad, me and my friends, and we're gonna go out after I get off of work. Y'all going where? That's me. See, because if you're in my kingdom, under my kingdomship, you still gonna abide by this king's rules. Y'all going where? Are we gonna go hang out at such and such? All right, so let me know when you get there, son. You hear what I just said to you? Let me know when you get there. Okay, Dad, I got you. Hey, Dad, I'm calling you just to let you know that we here. Now, how long do y'all plan on staying? We probably gonna be here only about a good hour. Okay, well, I'm gonna call you in 45 minutes to see if y'all wrapping things up. Dang, Ty, you control. No. Listen to me. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys, because I learned all this stuff from being a child on the streets with no parental guide and shit. We didn't. After a while, my mom couldn't take care of us. She couldn't do it. We was doing what we wanted to. This is how I learned. So if my son is saying he's gonna be out with his friends, and he said we're gonna be out for an hour, 45 minutes, I'm going to call my son, not because I'm controlling. I'm calling him and say, hey, how's it going? Oh, it's going good. I'm like, now look, I know you said it's gonna be an hour, but a lot of times when y'all out and about, y'all, everything can just be starting to happen right now. Everything's starting to get fun. Girls are showing up, dudes are showing up. That's when So I'm just checking. Is it gonna be an hour? Or do you think it's gonna be about an hour and a half now? Yeah, Dad, it's probably gonna be an hour and a half. Okay. I do the same exact thing. I'll call again in another 45 minutes. So how's it going now? Yeah, Dad. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna be wrapping it up in about 15 minutes. I'm gonna be done. All right. Well, call me when you are getting ready to leave. That's nothing to do with controlling. It is protection, y'all. This is what I'm saying. Folks just don't even understand this. This is protection. Why? It's not because you're trying to be controlling. It's because you are being a parent. And I'm being a father. I'm protecting my son. My boy told me that he's wrapping it up in 15 minutes. It's been 35 minutes, and my son told me he was going to call me when he was on his way. Okay? My son did not call me yet. My son said he's at Lock, Stock, and Barrel. As a father, I'm getting ready to drive out to Lock, Stock, and Barrel because my son didn't call me. He was supposed to call me 25 minutes ago, and he didn't call me to tell me he was on his way. Now, of course, nowadays, I'm going to get on the phone. I'm going to call him. He answered his phone. I thought you told me you was going to call me when you were getting ready to leave. Oh, my bad, Dad. I'm sorry, but Dad, we driving right now. Okay, get off the phone, son. I'll see you when you get home. It's a wrap. I'm not going to. Didn't I tell you to call him? No. He forgot. Things can happen. Y'all get what I'm saying? So tell me this. When you hear things like this, what do you think my son is thinking in his head? For folks that was trying to come at me the other day saying, man, dude, you controlling, man. That's over the top. Dude, that's a little too crazy. Guess what my son is saying? Guess what my son is saying in his head? Man, I love my dad. My dad really is looking out for me. My dad really does care about me. My dad is so strong that even though I'm a grown man, my dad still feels the need to want to protect me to make sure I'm all right. That's what he said. I love my dad, man. That's crazy. And guess what his buddy say? Yeah, man. My dad is cool and all that. My dad, he don't me and him and my mom divorced. But man, I wish my dad did like a fraction of what your dad is doing, man. And here you are grown. This is what I'm trying to tell folks. So for all you free-minded parents out there, oh, I'm not worried my child, I trust him enough that it's not about not trusting him. It's nothing to do with me trusting my son. I never said nothing about I don't trust my son. It's everything to do with me being a father and being a protector and looking out for my son's well-being and his soul. Now, I'm going to flip it on you guys a little bit. If my son is in his own kingdom, his own apartment, his own house, I'm not worrying no more. You want to know why? Because he's not a part of my kingdom anymore. Technically, he's not my responsibility. I don't have to worry about him abiding by the rules that's in this kingdom. He has his own kingdom now. Right? He goes to work when he wants to go to work. He don't have to tell me nothing. So I don't worry as much because he's on his own. But when you are still a part of this kingdom, as a king, I'm going to make sure that the heir to this throne is still going to be lined up with how the rules and regulations of this kingdomship goes. Period. That's it. This is what I'm talking about as a parent. That's why I tell you, I don't ask my sons to allow me to be a dad. That's not their choice. I'm just going to be a dad. I'm not going to ask you, oh, okay, if you just let me be a husband and I can lead this family. No, I'm going to do that despite of what you think and say. I'm going to do that. If you decide, well, I'm not about to be submissive to you, you are. You don't have to be here. See, that's what I'm saying, Ty. No, look, y'all. See, the women are the ones that are going to divorce you, and they take half of your dude. Okay. And what? I'm just saying, she gets half of your money, and okay. And once that's all settled, I'm still going to have a lucrative career, a lucrative job, and I can rebuild. Big deal. That's the worry? It's some money? What about me being up here? What about being well up here? Again, I'm not going to have to worry about that because the foundation of who you're going to be as a man and the foundation of what you're going to end up being as a husband, you are going to attract a woman that's going to be on board with you. You're going to learn all that through the vetting process. This whole stuff, well, yeah, but they can turn on you. Come on now. Stop. Her phone died. She phone died. You know what I'm saying? She phone died, and then the phone died, and the phone died, and you know what I'm saying? She end up. See, that's what I'm saying. But these women, man, do you want a woman? What do you mean? But Todd, but here's a question. This is what I kept on getting. But is she going to allow you to? What you mean allow me? What you mean allow me to lead? There ain't. Hey, this direction we going. So you just gonna tell us which way we going? I'm gonna just walk off. I'm metaphorically speaking. So I guess you just wanted to make all the decisions. You just gonna tell us where we gonna head and where we gonna go. Come on. That's it. It's that simple. No, man, it's a little bit more complicated than that. No, it's not. If you are a leader, then lead. That's it. I've been married this June. It's going to be 22 years. My wife is not a social media person, but have you ever met her out in person, or like when we go to speaking engagements and you meet her out in person? She would tell you, dude, I love my wife. I'm the type of guy, I don't have many hobbies or anything like that. I'm a gamer. I do a lot of hands-on stuff around my own home. Like I'm gonna be changing my whole downstairs of this house, this particular house. I'm gonna be changing downstairs. If I can do it on my own, I'm doing it. I'm not a guy that got certain hobbies where I go out and hang out with the fellas at the pool hall because that wasn't my goal in life. My goal in life, number one, was to be married and to be a husband. My other goal was to be a great father to my kids. That was like that was the thing I definitely want to focus on doing. Okay. What am I saying that for? My wife upstairs. because I don't have these crazy hobbies. I get paid. You think I care? My wife takes care of all that. Bills, the food, knowing who needs what. The only thing that changed when my sons them got jobs, like, oh, babe, ain't no more buying them no more socks and stuff. They buying their own. And now my sons, them are, ooh, I love it right now because now my sons are at a point to where my wife buys, like, she buys food for dinner and all that, but all this extra stuff that I consider to be not necessary, like chips or juice and all that. I'm like, well, ain't no more telling your mom to get some cinnamon toast crunch. You buying your own. I'm talking about right now. Y'all think I'm crazy? I don't care. I'm not spending no more money on no cinnamon toast crunch. I don't eat them chips. Well, they eat them. Well, they can buy them. That's it. It's like, now y'all see y'all don't really need them, huh? Y'all like when I was paying for your chips and the juice and the orange juice and the all that. Now, guess what? Now they buy their own. Yes, it's not necessary. My wife buys dinner food, lunch food. Yes, but all that extra stuff that's not necessary, they buy it themselves. On the panel the other day, folks thought I was crazy because I told them I did not buy my sons a cell phone. Guess who bought their cell phone? They did. I deemed it not necessary. Now I get it. Some of y'all are parents. I get it. Y'all are parents. Y'all are, some of y'all are, well, I got it. My daughter has her with a cell phone because I'm a single mom and I want to be in contact. Look, I get it, but I'm just saying, what was the single mamas doing before there were cell phones? And what do you mean if your daughter's somewhere and you need to reach her? See, I don't have that. I don't have that if my sons are somewhere. I know where the somewhere is. You're going to be at work or you're going to be at your buddy such and such house whose phone number I have, and I have his dad's phone number, and I have his mom's phone number, and I have their house phone number, and that's where you're supposed to be at. So when I call any one of those three numbers, that's where you're going to be. What do you mean if my daughter is somewhere or if my son is somewhere and I need to reach him? I know where I'm a parent. I know. I told y'all because I didn't have that and I knew how free and loose we were allowed to be in the streets. I took heed of those lessons I learned from the street and kept that in mind. Boy, wow, we able to do all this. It's 2:00 in the morning. We can be getting kidnapped. Woo, man, ain't nobody worried. I mean, woo, man, dude, it's like, man, we stayed up until darn near 4:00 in the morning, just out on the street, just doing rocks at cars and everything, just being terrible. And the parent don't care where you are. Not this one. It's a lot of people I know that's like that. The parent don't care where they are. So that's what I'm saying, folks. Man, husband, father. And the reason why we have a lot of collapse going on right now is because men took the easy way out. One of the things that we were definitely prided on and we were pushed to do when you were coming up, and they even did it in the hood. Ninja, you better not cry. You a freaking man. You a boy. Boys don't cry. Guess what they do today? No, boys do cry. It's okay for a man to be No. Don't you get into no type of stuff that's getting ready to cause you to raise your estrogen levels. What you talking about? No. Well, no, they can stop. I'm telling you, that's dangerous. Jordan Peterson did a really good segment that he talked about, like at funerals. He said at funerals, he said men need to be the strongest people at funerals. You can always go off to the side. You lose I'm just being real. My mama died or something like that. My mama died, passed away. Yeah, I'm going to cry. I think. Because you want to be strong for your family. And then like my mom, she had all boys. So y'all might be one of those ones that's keeping a straight face, but like a tear come down or something like that. But you're trying to be strong for the family. You know what I'm saying? Now, nobody around and you all alone, you driving your car and you I get that, but I ain't about to do it in front of y'all. You know what I'm trying to say? There was a time where that was honorable. Strong man. Shoot. Today, That's why we have all these different men on these different panels and all these different channels crying about women. Crying about women. These women ain't these women. Dude, you. I'm just saying, they can take the kids from you. You shouldn't have had a child with her. See what I'm saying? That's why they get so mad at me, because I'm like, you made that decision to sleep with this hood rat. Especially if she already got a child or two by somebody else. I know, but I'm just saying, she was different with dude. You still chose to do it. That's why they get upset that I say a lot of this stuff is on men. Men is the reason why we have a lot of stuff going on in our society right now. It's men's fault. You allowed this feministic, soft spirit to enter into this realm and soften these men up. It's softened men up, and it's softened society up to where you can't even say nothing to nobody right now, because if you hurt their feelings, you can just be canceled. Because we allowed it to happen. Because as men, you allowed your boys to be all soft and weak. Somebody told you, hey, man, I know you a grown man, but hey, sometimes men gotta, you gotta, dude, no. When my sons was little, he fell down and hurt. I'm tell y'all what they do. Son was little. He was doing something outside, right? He tripped, he fell down, scratched his arm. I'm like, come here, let me see. I saw it. I said, oh, no, he was bleeding. I said, whoa, you're gonna be a warrior now. Huh? I said, you're gonna be a warrior. You got a scar. Wow, said, that's what strong dudes do. A strong boy. Then my wife come out there. What happened to he? See what I'm saying? He's like, dang, you just ruined it. Yes. Teaching them to be strong. Nobody wants a weak man. The only woman or only women that want weak men is because those women will see that weakness as a means of them being able to control them, because now y'all on the same level. Y'all both weak. Tell y'all something. Show y'all something here. Okay. Let me see. There's this really awesome book. I got a lot of books, okay? I have a lot of books. This particular book is this particular book is called The Holy Bible. And I want to just I just want to throw something out at y'all, okay? Genesis 3:17. This is after Adam and Eve ate the forbidden fruit. Okay. Genesis 3:17. I want y'all to hear what God said to Adam. He said, because you listen to the voice of your wife. We ain't got to go no further than that. After Adam ate the fruit, the forbidden fruit, God turned to Eve. Hey, what are you doing eating that? She was like, oh, the serpent, he beguiled me. And da, da, da. He said, you know what? I'm going to multiply your sorrows. Now, when you have children, you're going to have great pain, blah, 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 blah. Adam's like, well, look, no accountability. Adam goes, well, it's this woman that you gave me. And God said to Adam, he said, because you listened to your wife and you ate the fruit. But what? Wait a minute, Lord, hold on. Y'all catch that? God did not say to Adam, now, Adam, because you ate the fruit and listened to your wife. No, that right there is showing y'all the order. God said to Adam, because you listened to the voice of your wife and you ate the fruit, this is your punishment. God is the head of Christ. Christ is the head of man. Man is the head of the woman. So I hate to bust this out to some of you ladies. I'm just being real with y'all. I get it. You're not married. If you're not married, you know, this doesn't pertain to you. But for any woman that's out there saying, I like to thank the Lord and Jesus, Savior Christ, who's the head of my life. No, he ain't. Christ is the head of the man. The man is the head of the woman. And I know. Maybe I'm going too deep on y'all. I might be going too deep. But again, I didn't say that. The book said that. He said, because you listen to your wife. The whole point of it is God gave him a set of rules and things that he's supposed to do to keep the garden. Adam sat there and let a serpent talk to his wife. Y'all see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying as a protect. Now, I get it. So you're telling me that if you were there, dude, I can't say what I can't say. But as me, as my personality, how I am right now, I'm the whole time out, bro. Mr. Sneezy, slithering, slimy son of a snake. What you doing talking to my wife? You ain't even talked to me. Then the next question will come into the ladies. Look, I'm just being real, y'all. Just being real. You telling me that after God formed Adam, and Adam been sitting there naming all these animals and doing all the things. Like, I'm just telling y'all the story. I know there's not a lot of believers in here, but Adam's doing all this stuff in the garden. You telling me that's the serpent didn't want to talk to Adam? Why not? Why did he want to come to that man? Oh, so when Eve come along and Adam somewhere all, the snake come and approach her. Why did the snake come in? Why did the devil come to the woman but didn't go to that man? Is it possible that devil, that serpent, recognized authority? Is it possible that the serpent looked at it and said, oh, here go a woman? The weaker one, logically. He got to her based off the emotions. Eve, you're not gonna surely die, girl. Please, let me tell you what's gonna happen, girl. Okay, you know this God that you and Adam, he's all that. Everything that y'all know about the God that you with Eve, he's all of that. But Eve, check this out. You can be just as smart as him. You want to know why, Eve? Because this tree is the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And you don't even know the difference, Eve, do you? But you know what, Eve? You can be independent. You ain't got to rely on no man, Eve. You can get this knowledge for yourself. You will know more than your husband. You can be a leader, girl. You will know things your husband don't know. You will be knowing things just like God. Girl, bite that fruit. Girl, bite the fruit, girl. And guess what Eve did? She did it. And look at the damnation that it caused. What are you saying that for, Ty? Ladies, the devil and the elites that's behind this, who's being led by the devil, they are playing the same trick on you ladies that they've been playing since the Garden of Eden. They are feeding y'all forbidden fruit, getting y'all out of order, when in the end is nothing more than a setup to do nothing more than to destroy y'all. I'm telling you right now, I am not a prophet. I just know how to put things together, but I'm telling you, ladies, it's set up to destroy y'all. The whole rhetoric behind being independent, you don't need a man, you can do this stuff all on your own, you can do it. It's a bunch of nonsense that the devil said the same thing and fed that same stuff to Eve. But what happened? Why did he approach her? Why are any women that's a part of this crazy logic thing, none of those women, most of the women that's a part of this whole, now look, I know if you are a legit feminist and you're all about women moving as feminine and, women, being wives and being good women, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the radical feminists. The radical ones, they never have a strong man covering them. Never. Because if anybody try to come to my wife saying, girl, do you know that without your, hey, shut up, get away from her, bye. Get away from my, bye. You are not about to sit here and talk to my wife, bye. I'm going to tell my wife, babe, go get in the car, shut the door, get on about your business. You are not about to spill this stuff to mine. Go do that to somebody that got a weak husband. Go do that to somebody else. You're not about to do this to mine. And while you doing all this app, I'm going to get in my car, I'm going to pull out. Please get out of the way. Oh, no. Some of you beta males who wives already run you. Well, I support my wife, yeah, she can go out there and be she don't need me. I need her. Dude, come on, man. The same exact game. I'm telling y'all. Y'all don't think that these elites read y'all. Listen to me when I tell y'all this. I'm gonna let y'all in on some secrets. The elites that put all this propaganda and rhetoric in place, you know where they get it from? They get it from that Bible. They get it from the Bible. If you don't believe me, Steven Spielberg and people like Steven Spielberg, and I think even Mr. Lee, who did Marvel, if you go back and look at some of their memoirs, they'll tell you that a lot of their ideas came from the Bible. Don't believe? Go look it up. They're telling you that a lot of their ideas and how they came up with their shows and stuff, and how they came up with the ideas of putting stuff into place, they'll tell you they got it from the Bible. That book has a lot of stuff in it. Now, I'm not sitting here trying to tell you should give your life there. I'm not telling y'all none of that. All I'm saying, and if you look at that book from a logical standpoint and as a good read, you will find a whole bunch of principles in that book. The elites will look at that Bible and use the things that had people deceived and had people gone, and they will use that to their advantage as they're doing right now. That's why a lot of you women who think that y'all are on this power kick and, oh yeah, it's me too, and it's the women's time, y'all have no idea that y'all been set up, and all it is doing is destroying y'all. Y'all are more sicker than y'all ever have been before. Y'all are more depressed. Y'all have more anxiety than you ever had before. Y'all are having more panic attacks than y'all ever had before. All because that devil whispered in your ear, you can do just as much as a man can. You can get you deserve more pay than a man can. He treat y'all into thinking that they treat y'all into thinking that we get paid more than y'all. You see what I'm saying? As a husband, you're not about to feed my wife that nonsense. We women, we get 77 cents on the dollar. Okay, based off of which job? See what I'm saying? They don't do that to y'all, though. They just feed y'all this craziness. A men make more money than women. In what profession exactly? See, they don't give y'all that. They just give y'all the whole general statement and y'all roll with it. Well, men do make more money than women. Yeah, men that are engineers because there ain't no women in engineering. Oh, you talking about bricklayers? Oh, because there ain't no women in bricklaying. Oh, you talking about civil engineering because there ain't no women in civil engineering. Oh, but if y'all want to flip the script and go into the field that I'm in, which is medicine, let's talk about it now. Who make more money in medicine, men or women? Huh? Who make more money in nursing, men or women? Huh? Oh, y'all quiet now? Oh. See what I'm saying? There's a whole lot of outliers. There's a whole lot of variables to this, but they don't care about that. All they know is if we can get you women to jump on board and say, we want equal pay. We want equal rights. We don't get paid like men do. But nobody is asking the question what I just asked Shaw. In what profession exactly? Show me a profession that men are making more money than women. And I will tell you why. Show me a profession where women are making more money than men. And women, there are more social workers than women. There are more women social workers than there are men. Who's making more money? Huh? Oh, see, they get quiet then. Well, no, no. You have fell victim to a rhetoric that's been around for the longest. It's the same rhetoric they've been using for the longest. The wench says, I do not now, nor have I ever wanted my husband's responsibilities. Facts. But see, the thing is, you have people out there who fall victim into being told to want something that they never even desired to want. Again, y'all, I'm going to keep on saying this. Look how it all rolled out in the Bible. The serpent got Eve to desire something that she didn't even care about at first. Y'all ladies, listen to me. I'm telling y'all, They made y'all care about something and desire something that y'all didn't even desire. Y'all didn't even care. They made y'all care about something that y'all didn't even know because women were being suppressed. Those women post slavery were the happiest women. Black people, y'all want to talk about it? Black people, we were married more than our counterparts. Black women were married more than white women. And the only time that a black woman was a single mother is because her husband died. Go back and read some of the memoirs of these women that lived back then. They were happy. But then somebody came along. Then somebody came along. You know what? Y'all can do just as much as. Now, look, listen to me, folks. There's a lot of variables in here, okay? I know that there are women, which I'm not talking to y'all. There are women out there right now. They got good jobs. They are raising their kids, their sons. They're raising their daughters. These women got good jobs, but at the same time, these women still have it in their mind. They know I'm not that woman that's sitting there saying, see, this one I'm trying to tell y'all. If you a single mother and you still moving as a woman, you're teaching your children the right things. You're telling them the right things as a single mother. I'm not talking about y'all because y'all are doing what y'all supposed to do. I get circumstances happen. I get that mistakes were made. But all I'm saying, for those single mothers out there, you holding it down. You taking care of your child. These single mothers that I'm talking about, they will still sit there and tell you, I'm not stupid enough to sit there and say, I don't need no man. I don't want no man. They'll tell you that. They'll say this stuff is this is a little, even though I'm doing good and I'm holding it down. Yes, I would love to have a man here with me. These women would tell y'all that. These women like, I'm not stupid. Now, some of them will tell you like, hey, yeah, I do have a boyfriend or something like that. Me and this guy talking. I'm not bringing him into my house yet because my son or my daughter's at an age. They'll give you their reasons. But they're going to sit there and say, no, I'm not stupid enough to sit there and say some of this stuff that these radical feminists are doing. No. Women that got really good jobs, careers, making good money. And most of them don't need a man to help. Listen to me. A lot of them don't need men to help them financially as a single mother. But that does not have anything to do with these women desiring companionship out of a man. And this is where the enemy whispers in your ear about that too, because they tried to make you equate financial responsibility that a man can do. They tried to equate that with relationship, and it has nothing to do with it. It has nothing to do with it. If you are a woman, you're working, you're taking care of your child or your children, and they're saying, oh, see, look at her. She independent. She don't need no man. Don't let them fill your head with that stuff. Just because you are being a responsible parent does not mean that you don't have the desires or want to be in a relationship with a man or a woman. If you are a father and you are a single father and you're taking care of your children, raising your kids, doing good by them, and of course, for one, men ain't gonna get no praises for doing that anyway. You know, they only gonna praise women. But if a man is holding it down like that, I say the same thing to you too, sir. Don't let people fool you into staying there. Oh, you a daddy, man. You holding your kids down, man. See, you don't need no woman, man. You don't need no woman. He said from the beginning, it's good that man not be alone. It's a reason for that. Nobody wants to be alone. See, even with that, they have tricked y'all into thinking that you are okay when you're alone, when you know you're not. If you are okay being alone, and you say, I'm good, I'm serious. I don't need to have people. I don't need to talk to people. Then get off the internet. Get out of this chat right now. Bye. Stop it. I'm being real. We all want to be around each other. We all want to be sociable. That's what we want to be as humans. That's why we have invites. That's why you go to parties. Why do you go to a party? Why do you go to a bar? Why do you go to family functions? Because you get to be around people and socialize and intermingle. It creates memories. It's good for your health. It's good for your nervous system. You somebody, I don't need no people. I don't need to be around nobody. I don't got to talk to people. I don't need to. Don't go outside. Don't get on the internet. Don't even watch nothing that got people in it, because you're going to feel some type of relation to the shows that you watch. Y'all get what I'm saying? Why do you watch shows with people in it? Huh? Why? Because it feels like you're getting some type of social something out of seeing other human beings. Why do you watch movies with human beings in it? Because you get to share what that movie is portraying, whether it makes you cry, if it's a chick flick, if it's melancholy, if it's a comedy. You get to actually have some type of social relation with other human beings that you're seeing and watching on TV. Otherwise, you should just be in a cave. Just eat, sleep, poop, and stay in the cave. I don't need to be around nobody. I don't need to be around nobody. I don't need to be around nobody. Okay, stop it. Stop it. Anyway, folks, listen here. To all the women out there that's holding it down, being single mothers, taking care of business, kudos to y'all for doing that. You should do that because you're a responsible parent. That shouldn't be nothing you should be awarded for. It's not like you should get like a, ooh, gone girl, because you being a parent, that's something you should be doing anyway. Single men out there that are parent, if you are a single father, you holding it down, you taking care of your child, good for you. But it's not like it's no, woohoo, celebrate that man. Look what that man doing, dude. That is your due diligence to take care of your child. Ooh. But do not let this current rhetoric that's going on right now cause us humans to do the number one thing that God definitely like for us to do, and that's to be in a relationship. That's why the most important thing you can do with that man above is in establishing a relationship with him, not a relationship with your pastor or the evangelists, other folks in your church. It's to establish a relationship with him, where he says his spirit will lead and guide you into all truth and righteousness. I'm not just talking about stuff pertaining to church. I'm talking about stuff pertaining to what we're talking about right now. The reason why he set those things in place, because he know having it in that order is going to benefit the overall well-being of you, your home, and those around you. Take the male lions out of a pride, and you're going to have a pride that's going to be susceptible to hyenas coming in there and wrecking shop. Take a silverback gorilla away from a troop of gorillas, and you're going to have some female gorillas and kids that's going to be susceptible to all types of harm, danger, other predators. But Ty, what about hyenas? Hyenas are female ran clan, and they only operate out of chaos. Period. They only operate out of chaos. Uh-oh, I'm about to mess with y'all. Anytime you got a group of females whose sole purpose is to do nothing than to reach their goal by chaos, you got hyenas. There are no male hyenas that dwell amongst hyenas clan except for the children. The grown-up males don't have nothing to do with the female clan. They're not even a part of it. They can't be a part of it. Hyenas don't want no males in there at all. In fact, the females have what they call a pseudo. Did y'all know this? I'm going somewhere with this because this is kind of spiritual indeed. Any women that got the spirit of a hyena, did y'all know that the hyenas have what they call a pseudo penis? The females have a pseudo penis. It looks like a penis, and that's where the kids come out of. But there are no males, even though the males are bigger and stronger than the females. Ain't no males in no hyena clan. They're all female. It's all female ran. And the only way they get their goals and the only way they operate is out of chaos. That's it. They have to steal. They have to scavenge. They have to cause chaos to throw everything off so they can steal and get what they want. That's how they operate. But other animals, y'all look, check this out. You guys, after I close this out, you can go on YouTube and type in male lion shows up against hyenas. You're going to see like 15 to 20 some hyenas going at it with like 15 lionesses, right? Over some food. These hyenas are causing so much chaos around these lionesses. The lionesses got cubs too, right? The lioness have cubs that they're worried about. These hyenas causing so much chaos. They biting at the lionesses and all this. Finally, the hyenas are getting the best of the lionesses. All of a sudden, you see these hyenas perk up like this. They see one male lion coming. Them hyenas took off. The male lion, he's showing up, just coming in there proud. He know it. I'm not coming in here to negotiate. I'm not coming in here to say, hey, he coming in there to say, if I'm getting one of y'all, I am killing you. The hyenas know his intent. And guess what they do? Them hyenas took off. Why? Because order showed up. The strong male showed up. Ladies, you can learn, and we all can learn a lot from nature. If you have a bunch of women who some way, somehow is being overtaken, why wouldn't you want somebody to come and save you from all that chaos? Well, I can do it on my own. Okay. All right. All right. So, okay. I know I'm wrong. I know that a lot of people don't like order. So what you saying, Ty? Women aren't capable of? Ladies, I'm just telling y'all the truth, because I'm telling you, I'm only saying this not because I'm a man. I'm saying this because if I was a woman and I seen this from a logical standpoint, I'm not going to sit there and try to be defensive over because of the fact that I'm a woman. No. But ever since a lot of stuff has been taken over by y'all, things have gotten worse. Black Lives Matter movement, who is it ran by? Women. Did it get better? NAACP, who is it mostly ran by? A bunch of women, and any men that are involved in it, bunch of beta. Look, I'm the type of person where I look up the men that's involved in NAACP, and I look at their wives and their relationship, the women running things. What's gotten better? BLM was completely, I don't care what you try to say, they legitimately took the thing by handbook of operating like the clans of hyena. They got what they wanted out of chaos. Pure chaos is how they got what they got, and deceived people and took people money in the process. It's not about wanting order. It's all about who cares, because we women hear us cry. We gonna do this. Everybody jump on board us. If you're not on board us, you a sellout. You are this. You are racist. You are misogynistic, egotistic, xenophobic, transphobic. That's why they included everything that might have a phobia behind it and put it as part of BLM. But one thing BLM never prided themselves on, one thing BLM never tried to recruit, were men. Never. You will never see in their mission statement where they wanted any men. They wanted trans men. They wanted gay men, but they didn't want no straight men. Why do you think they say we look to disrupt the nuclear family and westernize ideas? Because anything that got to do with westernized ideas was always something that had men involved, that had everything to do with order. And that's what they don't want. Why do you think they're trying to come out to the Constitution right now? Huh? Why do you think that last guy that was in there, number 45, why do you think he was hated so much? Why do you think they called him a misogynistic da-da-da-da? Why? Because he was a man and he said order? And because he was so blunt? Shut up, we're going to do it. That's it. I don't like him. I don't like you either. You're ugly and you're fat. See, look at him. He calling women. No, I only said it about Rosie O'Donnell. Y'all hated that. Folks hated that man. Absolutely hated that man, because that dude showed up and pretty much showed y'all what order would look like. I'm just telling y'all. He didn't care what you thought. He still did what he needed to do anyway, despite of you not liking him. Whatever you want to feel about that last dude, number 45, there was order. I'm just telling y'all. Anyway, folks, I know some of y'all don't agree with that. Don't believe what I'm saying. Reflect back on your own life. Reflect back on how things have gone. Reflect back on how society is right now. Reflect back on everything that I've said tonight in regards to Everything being pushed has everything to do with a femininity, with a Jezebel, with an effeminate type spirit and vibe behind it. Everything they're trying to push out there has everything to do and a lot to do with being feminine, with being gay. All that stuff is there because they know that they can take control of a society of folks so long as there is no strong men. Because y'all might not like this, but there's a guy that's in jail right now that a lot of folks do not like. And he's absolutely right when he said, if stuff hits the fan and we have to sit there and defend you, all your femininity rhetoric is gonna go out, all your femininity, all that radical feminist stuff is gonna go out the door. Protect us. Don't let them kill us. Don't let them get. What would y'all do right now if all of a sudden China just said, you know what? We're going to come and kill an all-American. Well, women can shut up. Stop it. Shut up. Stop it. Just stop. Stop. The Titanic is going down. You know good and well we're going to say women and children. Y'all get on those boats. We men are going to die. And we accept that fate. You know good and well if stuff hits the fan out there in the community right now, stuff going on where somebody's trying to harm women, men going to step up to go and defend that woman. Y'all women might say, nuh-uh, we'll go up and what you going to go up and do to another man? Hey, sir, you should, you're going to get yourself knocked out too. Stop it. Stop it. Stuff hits the fan, y'all know good and well what's going to happen. There can be a busload full of women, and if that bus might only have 3 men on it. The bus goes off a cliff a little bit, a small little hill cliff. Y'all roll over 6 times. The bus driver dies. Those 3 men can be on that bus along with those 15 other women. Those men going to be like, okay, we getting ready to do this, and we're going to head this way. Guess what y'all women going to do? Okay, y'all about to lie. Some of y'all about to lie. Y'all are about to lie. Go ahead and lie. I want to see what y'all ladies gonna say. Let's see if y'all getting ready to lie. What'd you say, Ty? If something happened, and let's just say if it was a busload of women, 15 women and 3 men, y'all get lost in that bus, happen to go off the road, semi-crash, nobody hurt, but y'all don't know where y'all are. Y'all in the middle of nowhere. Those men gonna start to put stuff together. Well, yeah, hey, we getting ready to go and do this. We're gonna head that way. What y'all women gonna do? Well, let them men go. We got this, y'all. No, y'all gonna get right behind those men because instantly your instincts gonna kick in and say, those dudes are stronger. Those dudes can fight better. Those dudes got the sense of protection on us, and we gonna follow y'all. Come on now. No, we not, because it's more of us than them. And y'all gonna straight up get taken over by some clan or something. Look, I'm one of those pastors that I'm getting ready to close right now. It ain't closed yet. But folks, y'all look. I really appreciate y'all all being here. If you missed a lot of stuff that I was saying, you didn't understand the direction that I was going with this, you will have to go back and watch the video all over again because in all, this actually really is encouraging you women to actually don't fall for the rhetoric that's been pushed out there to destroy you. It's also showing you that the reason why a lot of stuff is where it is right now because men have failed at first becoming men. That's the foundation. If men became men and they moved like men, those men most likely would become great husbands and great fathers. You would have great households and great outcomes. It's pretty much what this comes down to be. Folks, again, I appreciate y'all all being in here. I appreciate the super chat, Miss Unconventional. Appreciate you, sis, and everybody else that's pushing out those super chats. I really, really appreciate y'all. Glad we got to have this talk. Yes, I know y'all glad that I came back and did this right here. We will be doing some other things. I have not forgotten about the reaction videos. I will be pushing out the reaction videos, so they will be coming. I never let y'all down on that. Y'all know this, all right? So, folks, I'm getting ready to get out of here. I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing, and most of all, I hope and pray that every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.